Hey guys, welcome back. We have a new SP character on the JP server, our new OP player Kunimi from Aoba High. As you know, we only have two UR OP players, Yoshijima and the twins, so now we have a third option to use an SP character OP player. So here we are, Kunimi. He's a little bit different and kind of unique, so let's talk about his skills. First one, saving energy, increases Kunimi's power attack by 10%, the first level. And then if Kunimi's stamina is below 80, power attack will increase by an additional 12%. If Kunimi is on the court and his stamina limit exceeds 80 at the end of each rally, his stamina limit will reduce by 10 and he will recover 120 stamina. So as you know, all players have max 120 stamina, so obviously for the first 2 or 3rd rounds, you're gonna have your stamina reduced by an additional 10 end of each rally to go below 80 and then get this additional buff on himself. And then when Kunimi is on the court, every time an ally's stamina is reduced by 10, Kunimi gains 1 stack of conserve stamina. So this is just a rough translation, maybe the main official translation will change. Each stack of this buff increases awareness by 7%, maximum 30 stacks. So whenever each of your allies uses a skill or just in general consumes 10 stamina, he will gain 1 stack of this buff. So up to 30 stack, that's 210% awareness or crit rate, which is insane. Alright, so that's the first skill. Second skill is a receive accurate defense. Kunimi receives the ball with 140% first level power of receive and then increases the main stats of all allies by 10%, so buffs up the whole team, and this effect lasts until the ball goes over the net twice. And then we have the third skill, the one that you have to unlock over here, full power unleashed. Each time Kunimi's stamina is recovered, which we have it in the first skill, his power attack will increase by 0.8% up to maximum 16. And then at the start of a rally, if Kunimi's stamina limit is 80 or less, Kunimi will gain critical moment. Again, based on the first skill, after 2 or 3 rounds, your stamina will drop down below 80. And then he will get this buff, critical moment. When he has this effect, the cooldown of his ultimate will reduce to 6 net crossing, so it's good for his ultimate. But the crazy part is here. When Kunimi's awareness exceeds 100%, which again we can get with the first skill, for every 1% above that, strength or the crit damage will increase by 0.9% up to a maximum of 90%. So 90% strength up or crit damage up, which is insane. After gaining the critical moment effect, the cooldown of his ultimate again will reset. Alright, so that's the third skill. Obviously, when the match goes further and your ally's stamina gets reduced, you'll gain additional buff based on the first skill on Kunimi, and also the third skill as well will increase the strength. So you got awareness in the first skill, and then the third skill you'll increase his strength. And I'm gonna talk about how to maximize this effect in a bit. Now the fourth skill, Kunimi consumes an additional 8 stamina and performs a power spike with 295% first level. This is crazy, like the highest power spike. And then if Kunimi's stamina exceeds 50, the power of the spike increases by 50% more, which is insane, right? So now, based on the skills that we just talked about, obviously he's a unique character, scales up with the stamina of himself and everyone else. So the lower the stamina goes, the further the match goes, and the weaker your allies get, this character Kunimi will become stronger. Now, there's a unique character and other SP characters, Sugawara, that you can use with Kunimi to get the additional buffs way faster, like at the start of the game. So the third skill of Sugawara that you have to unlock increases his set, and then when Sugawara first enters the game, this is the main part, your players will consume 50% of their current stamina, and for every 6 stamina consumed, your players' basic stats will increase. So 50% of 120 max stamina obviously is 60 stamina, right? So 60 stamina for 5 players in your team, like excluding him. So 60 stamina for each character. Let's just go over here, first skill. For every 10 stamina, he gains 1 stack. So that's 6 stamina for each character times 5, and that's 30. Boom, right? You get 30 stacks of this buff, and his awareness will be 210%. And obviously he's going to get these additional buffs over here, the 12% over here, and then the third skill buff as well, the 90% crit damage or strength on Kunimi as well, just when you start the match. That's insane. And obviously when it goes further, he's still going to get those buffs. And then over here, after Sugawara first enters the game, your player's stamina will recover by 15 at the end of each rally. This effect lasts for 4 net crossings, so that's 4 times 15, that's 60 stamina that will get recovered. So basically it's not like your players will be weaker, it's just at the first round they'll have 50% less stamina, which will buff up this guy Kunimi crazy, right? In a crazy way, obviously, with the first and third skill, and then they will recover their stamina. So still at the end of the game, you're gonna get recovered stamina for all your allies to, you know, do whatever skills they have, and he's going to be crazy buffed up at the start of the game, and then later on when everyone uses their stamina, he's still going to get these additional buffs over here. So that's going to be a crazy combo, Kunimi and the SP Sugawara. So these two would work pretty well together and with other characters, and that's going to make it super insane. And yeah, that's it. This is the main skills of the SP, the new SP character that we have in JP. It's good that we're gonna get an OP character because it's just Ushijima and the twins, right? But now we have a third option that could go with the SP Sugawara as well. Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to give you some insights from the JP server, and whoever's playing that, you know, who to pull or just wait for the future in the global to get these characters as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, have fun and stay tuned.